Hey friends, today on our journey towards seeking liberation from our monkey minds and just the world in general, we are talking about self-compassion. A so cozy topic that I could talk about all day, but we have 3 minutes, so let's get right to it. The reason I picked self-compassion is because last night, I don't know if you guys have had one of those nights where you're just lying in bed and it starts off thinking and worrying about what you have to do the next day, and then spirals into Crazyville, where suddenly we're imagining the worst case scenario of ending up a failure, abandoned, ultimately homeless and poverty. Well, maybe not specifically that, but our imaginations get pretty creative of how our impending doom is going to happen. By some miracle, I was able to become aware of this and actually have some compassion for myself and stand up to that bully in our minds. So here's the tips and tricks that I've used, and I hope that they can help you out. Last week, we talked about noting our thoughts and becoming aware that our thoughts are just objects of consciousness, which we'll get into in a different conversation, but that's where we're heading, is that our thoughts are not who we are. So we're going to take this a little further. Once we start noticing these judgmental thoughts, like, I sound so stupid, I'm a failure, am I ever going to make enough money, am I good enough, am I not pretty enough, these kind of things, we can imagine our child selves. And if we saw this sweet little child worrying about this, how could we comfort them? The other thing we can imagine is someone who has brought us comfort in our life, and if we told them, if we confided this in them, what would they say? Ultimately, we have to think about the sweet, beautiful person inside all of us. What do they need? We need reassurance. We need to know that we are good enough and wonderful the way that we are, that we all deserve unconditional love. Imagine a world where we all had unconditional love and could accept everything as it is and appreciate it. It would be a radically different world. But as you know, we don't live in that world. We are wired for suffering. We're the only species that commits suicide. People who have wealth, intellect, who seem like have it all, some of them have committed suicide. So one thing we know is that everyone suffers, but with self-compassion, we can suffer a little bit less.